Now, in last lecture, we have seen how to write function and how to call the function. We can write function before main program, or we can write function after the main program. If we write the function after the main program, then in such case, we need to declare a function in main program. Immediately after the variable declaration, we have to declare the function compulsory. The declaration of function is nothing but name of the function, whether it is receiving any parameters and whether it is returning any value that we have to mention if your function is present after the main program. In yesterday's lecture, we have checked simple function. We are not passing any value, we are not returning any value, only printf statements were there, and we are converting that into the function. Now today we will check how to pass value to the function. Now consider this program. If certain part of the program, if it is repeated again and again continuously, in that case we go with looping. While writing program, how many times we want to repeat that part, in that case we go with for loop. And while writing program, if we don't know how many times we want to execute, in that case we go with either while or do while. If it is 0 or multiple times, we go with while. If it is 1 or multiple times, we go with do while. Clear this then? This is clear. And if certain part of your program, if it is repeated again and again but not continuously, in that case we go with function. Okay. Now here also, if you check, it is not compulsory that the part which is repeating, this must be same every time. That part may be logically same, not exactly same, but may be logically same. So if we check this is part is not repeating. Here the programming part is not repeating, but if you check these three statements, logically these statements are same. Logically these statements are same. The only difference is here we are using X and here we are using W. The only changes, here we are using X and here we are using W. In such case also we can use function. No doubt nowadays most of the time we write the program using function itself to make main programmer smaller in the size so that we can understand that program very easily. And if logically it is possible to divide your program to the number of parts, logically it is possible to divide your program to the number of parts. We will be checking this in few examples. In that case, we write the separate parts as a function and then we call from the main program, because maintaining that part is also easy. So here, now this part I want to repeat using function. So to start the program, you start with hash include as it is, first line hash include void hash include std.h. Then this part is repeating, logically it is repeating. So I am using here void. Meaning of void we will be checking tomorrow. Void, then you can give any name to the function. Suppose I am giving calculation. Calculation is name of my function. Okay. And the part which is repeating, this part and this part, it is repeating. I will write here. But only thing is, here it is repeating with X, here it is repeating with W. So instead of X, I am using M now. Semicolon. Then is equal to M into Y. Then printf /n answer equal to %d z. And then I will start writing main program. void main curly bracket. I am using here printf /n with x is equal to 10. This part which is already there in function, so I am writing here calculation. Then next part with w. Then this part already we have written into the function. Calculation. No, this part is not yet completed. This part is not completed. But just see how your program is converted from regular program to the function. This is not yet complete program. Just we have converted this. You can say 50% converted program. Now, if we execute this program, it will give you with x. Variable equation is not done. Just wait. X is equal to 10. It will calculate value of y by considering value of x. Then it will calculate value of z by considering value of x. Then this will print result. Then with w equal to 26, it will calculate value of y with w. It will calculate value of z with w, and then it will print value of z, and then it will print in the end of the program. लेट कमर्स आपलं लेक्चर 3:45 ला सुरू होतं. लेट येत जाऊ नका, मग मला ते ऍडमिट करत बसावं लागतं तिकडं. आधी 5 मिनिटं हजर राहा ते चालेल. आपण पिक्चर बघायला कधी 10 मिनिटं जातो, 15 मिनिटं जातो. तसं आता हे म्हणू नका की पिक्चर मध्ये गाणी असतात, डान्स असतात म्हणून जातोय वगैरे. पिक्चर मध्ये जाते 5 मिनिटं जातो, तसं इकडे मध्ये 5 मिनिटं घ्यायचे लेक्चरला. डिस्टर्ब नको मला आणि बाकीच्या. लेट कमर्स सर्व. ठीक आहे. आणि मग तुम्हाला पण कळणार नाही काय चालू आहे. तुम्ही जर का लेट जॉईन झाला तर तुम्हाला पण कळणार नाही काय चालू आहे प्रोग्राम. सो फॉर द लेट कमर्स अजून लेट यायला जॉईन करावे. Now this is our program. Now in this program, this part and this part, logically this part and this part is same. Latecomers check करा, इकडे लक्ष द्या. कोण कोण जॉइन झाले, कोणी कोणी काय चॅट केले बघत बसू नका, इकडे लक्ष द्या. So this part and this part is not exactly same, but logically it is repeating. This is repeating with x, this is repeating with w. So if logically your program is repeating with some variable difference, in that case same program we can replace with function. So here these three statements I have written into the function. The only thing is here x is there, here w is there, so it is replaced with m. And then rest part as it. Variables are not declared yet. When this program is executed, it gives you with x. It assigns value of 10 to the x. It will calculate the value of y by considering x as 10. It will calculate the value of z with x as 10. This will display the result with w. W it considers as 26. Then it will calculate value of y with w now. It will calculate value of z with w now. This will display the result and end. Now when we come here, now this is not exactly correct program. If we try to execute this program, this will generate error. But suppose errors are not there and our program is perfectly correct. There is no error. And if we execute the program, your compiler always starts with main, curly bracket, with x. So it gives with x. X is equal to 10. So it assigns the value 10 to the x. Calculation. It goes to execute calculation. Y equal to m plus 5. Now here, this value of m, it should take as a x. Okay. So now this m must be equal to x. If we consider this as x, then this will calculate the value of y with x. This will calculate the value of z with x, and this will print the area. End of the function. End of the function. It comes back to the calling program. It will execute with x. Sorry, with w. W equal to 26. Calculation. It goes to execute calculation. Now while executing calculation, this m must be considered as a w. Okay. So y equal to m plus 5 means indirectly it should consider as a w plus 5. Z equal to m into y means indirectly it should consider w into y. And then answer equal to percentage z. End of the function, it should come back NA. This is what we are expecting to do, or our program should do it. This is what we are expecting. Initially, m must be considered as a x, and next time m must be considered as a w. Clear? Clear? समझ लगा बाळांनो? Yes. Now this is what we want to do. But now the variables of main program and the variables of function, they are not connected with each other. This program, this function is also considered as a separate program by your compiler. This is also considered as a separate program by your compiler. This is different and this is different. तर आपण काय विचार केला, दुसऱ्याच्या घरी फंक्शन आहे, याचा अर्थ ते घर वेगळं आहे, आपलं घर वेगळं आहे, त्यांची फॅमिली वेगळी आहे, आपली फॅमिली वेगळी आहे. Okay, so this is different. So there is no relation between the variables of main program or the calling program and the variable of function. There is no relation. So it won't consider x as m and w as m. It won't consider. म्हणजे तुम्ही फंक्शनला निघाल, जसं आपण काय एक्झाम्पल घेतलं होतं, गल्लीत कुणाच तरी फंक्शन आहे, पहिला वाढदिवसाचा गृहीत धरा, तर त्या पहिल्या वाढदिवसाला समजा ऑफिसमधून जायला वेळ झाला आणि त्यावर तुम्ही काही गिफ्ट वगैरे घेऊ शकला नाही, तर आपण जनरली काय करतो, पाकिट करतो, प्रेझेंट पाकिट करतो. प्रेझेंट पाकिट आपण 500 रुपये घातले, लिफाफा बनवतो आणि खिशात ठेवतो. गेल्यानंतर तुम्ही त्याला विश केला, बर्थडे विश केला, त्यांनी केक कापला, तुम्ही बर्थडे विश केला, जेवला, परत त्याला पाकिट द्यायला पाहिजे. असं नाही की माझ्याकडे पाकिट आहे त्याला मिळालं, असं होत नाही. ते पाकिट तुम्हाला करून त्याला द्यावं लागतं. त्या प्रकारे मेन प्रोग्राम आणि फंक्शन यांचा एकमेकांशी काहीही संबंध नाही. एक्स मधली व्हॅल्यू कॅल्क्युलेशनला जात नाही. युअर मेन प्रोग्राम वोंट ट्रान्सफर व्हॅल्यू ऑफ व्हेरिएबल्स टू द फंक्शन ऑटोमॅटिकली. यू हॅव टू मेंशन. तुमच्या ह्याचं पाकिट त्याच्यात ऑटोमॅटिकली जाणार नाही. ते काय रघुवीरचे जादूचे प्रयोग नाही आहेत. तुम्हाला स्वतःहून ते पाकिट काढून द्यायला पाहिजे. नेला असेल तर नेण्याचा तर काय प्रश्नच आहे. त्यांनी काय लिहिला असेल आहेर वगैरे काय गिफ्ट वगैरे काही आणू नये, उपस्थिती हे गिफ्ट वगैरे तर काय प्रश्नच नाही. जायचं बर्थडे विश करायचं, जून परत यायचं, गिफ्ट वगैरे त्याचा काय प्रश्न येत नाही. जसं काल प्रिंटेड फंक्शन वगैरे नॉर्मल होते. एकच मिनिट. Sorry for the disturbance. Okay, so here the variables of calling program and the variables of function, they don't have any relation with each other. So if you want this m to be considered as a x, this you have to mention in your program. Computer ला या गोष्टी कळत नाही. जसं मी आधीच सांगितलं, कॉम्प्युटर हा सॉन्ग कामे ओम नव्हे, त्याला कुठलीही गोष्ट डायरेक्टली कळत नाही. You have to mention. Okay, so we will have to mention this as so here how we can mention this, that is when going for the execution of the calculation for the first time, this m must be considered as a x, and this we can mention as calculation x, like this. So this indicates go to execute calculation with value of x. Now you are passing value of x, you are passing the value, means you have to receive the value compulsory. So we want to receive this value into the m. So now when this statement is executed, it goes to execute your calculation with value of x. Value of x is given to m. What is the value of x? 10. It is given to m. So m becomes 10. Y equal to m plus 5 means 10 plus 5. Z is equal to m into y means 10 into value of y, and then z is equal to this. End of the function, it will come back. That will come here with x. W equal to 26. Calculation. Now go to execute calculation with value of w. Now value of w is taken as m. So m becomes 26. Then y equal to 26 plus 5. Z is equal to 26 into y. Then you print the result. End of the function, it comes back to the calling program, and then printf slash a. So if the value of a variable from a calling program, if that value, if you want to consider into the function, then that value you have to pass a one method. आज डिस्प्ले बदल दिया लगा फोन का. Sorry, my personal calls are coming. Sorry for this. Okay. So this indicates go to execute calculation value of x. This indicates go to execute calculation with value of w. So if value of a variable from a calling program, if you want to consider the function won't consider directly. In such case, you have to pass value of a variable which you want to access into the function within a bracket. So this indicates go to execute calculation with value of x. Value of x is taken as a m. In this case, go to execute calculation with value of w. W is taken as a m. So this is called as a passing value to the function. No doubt there are some restrictions. We will discuss that. But right now this is a simple concept. Value of a variable from a calling program. I am not saying main program. I am saying calling program, because it may possible that in your single program multiple functions are there. Function 1, function 2, function 3. In that case, function 2 can call function 3. Function 1 can call function 3. That means one function can call other function. That example we will be checking tomorrow. Multiple functions and function call within function. So that's why I am saying, if you want to access value of any variable from a calling program into the function, in that case that calling program must pass the value and then that function must receive the value. व्हॅल्यू पास करत असाल तर व्हॅल्यू रिसीव्ह करणं कंपल्सरी गरजेचंच आहे. तुम्ही पास करता आणि व्हॅल्यू रिसीव्ह करते असं चालत नाही, किंवा रिसीव्ह करता किंवा पास करताय असं पण चालत नाही. जसं जस्ट फॉर जोकिंग, ज्या तुम्ही वाढदिवसाला जाणार आहात त्याला तुम्ही पाकिट शेजारी करून तयार करून घेतला आणि तुम्ही त्याला द्या लागला त्यांनी घेतलंच नाही पाकिट सगळं, तर आपण असं करत नाही की तिथं घेऊन साईडला आणि मग नंतर तुम्ही घ्या मी निघालो, असं आपण कधी करत नाही. ठीक आहे, म्हणजे आपण जर का देत असेल तर त्यांनी घेणं गरजेचं आहे. किंवा त्याची इच्छा असेल की तुम्ही पाकिट द्यावं. समजा तरी गल्लीतला आहे माणूस आणि त्याने तुम्हाला बोलवलेलं आहे, तुम्ही सगळी फॅमिली घेऊन गेला जेवायला, तुम्ही मिसेस मुलं बाळा वगैरे, आणि त्याच्या कोणतरी पाकिट दिलं वगैरे त्याची अपेक्षा असेल, आणि तुम्ही का पाकिट दिलाच नाही आणि भरपेट खाऊन घेऊन आला, तर नेक्स्ट टाइम तुम्हाला बोलवणार नको म्हणा, ही पाकिट फुकट खाऊन जातो, जस्ट फॉर जोकिंग. ठीक आहे, त्यामुळे दोन्ही गोष्टी मॅच होणं कंपल्सरी गरजेचं आहे. म्हणजे तुम्ही पाकिट देत असाल तर त्यांना रिसिव्ह करणं गरजेचं आहे. ठीक आहे, आणि त्याचे पाकिट घ्यायची इच्छा तर तुम्ही पाकिट देणं गरजेचं आहे. म्हणजे ज्याला आपण लग्न समारंभाला जातो त्यात जर का लिहिलं असेल आपली उपस्थिती हाच आहे, किंवा वाढदिवसाच्या कार्यक्रम दिला असेल आपली उपस्थिती हाच आशीर्वाद, तर याचा अर्थ त्यांना पाकिटची अपेक्षा नाहीये, गिफ्टची अपेक्षा नाहीये, त्याला नाही याला काही फरक पडत नाही. बिकॉज ऑन बोथ द साइड्स इट इज कन्सिडर्ड, दे आर कन्सिडरिंग दॅट यू डोंट ब्रिंग इट अँड यू आर कन्सिडरिंग आय डोंट हॅव टू टेक इट, बिकॉज ऑलरेडी दे हॅव रिटन. म्हणजे त्यांनी लिहिलेलं आहे आणू नका, त्यांनी लिहिलेलं आहे का कारण त्यांना अपेक्षा नाहीये, तुम्ही पण त्याची गरज नाही कारण त्यावर तसं मेन्शन केलेलं आहे. मेन्शन केलं नसेल तर याचा अर्थ अपेक्षा आहे, आपण घेऊन जाणं गरजेचं आहे. घेणं न घेणं त्यांचा प्रश्न, प्रॅक्टिस घेऊ तरी जावा, त्याप्रमाणे आहे. बट इन दिस केस इफ यू आर पासिंग अ व्हॅल्यू युअर फंक्शन मस्ट रिसीव्ह अ व्हॅल्यू. क्लियर? नाउ here x and w both are integer, so we declare here x comma w, because in main program we are using only two variables now. Here we are using x, y, z and w, that's why we are declaring here x, y, z and w. But now here we are checking on, we are using only two variables x and w, so only two variables are declared x and w. Now in this case, now we are using three variables m, y and z, but this m is receiving the value, so declare this m here also itself, integer m, and then y and z you declare here, integer y comma z. Now this program is perfect program. Now this will work. If you are passing a value, you have to receive the value. If you are passing multiple values, you have to receive multiple values. That we are checking next example, how to pass multiple values and how to receive multiple. But right now we are passing one value, so we have to receive one value. Or in reverse way, if we are receiving a value, then passing value is compulsory. The value which you are passing and the value which you are receiving, type of both must be same. ज्याची व्हॅल्यू पास करता आणि याच्यामध्ये रिसीव्ह करता यांचा टाइप सेम असणं गरजेचं आहे. सो इफ यू आर पासिंग इंटिजर व्हॅल्यू, रिसीव्ह इंटिजर व्हॅल्यू. जे तुम्ही वाढदिवसाला गेलेला आहात आणि समजा मुलगा आहे आणि तुम्ही मुलीचा फ्रॉक घेऊन गेला गिफ्ट म्हणून, तर चालणार नाही. कदाचित घालतात तसं, खरं जनरली सांगायला तुम्हाला की मुलगा जर का असेल तर मुलांना खेळण्यासाठी गिफ्ट घेऊन जावे, आणि मुलगी असेल तर मुलींना खेळण्यासाठी गिफ्ट घेऊन जावे. त्या प्रकारे the value which you are passing and the value which you are receiving, the type of both must be same. If you give different type, it will generate error. आता असं होणार नाही की रिअल लाईफ मध्ये गेला आणि तुम्ही दिला गिफ्ट तो घरी जाऊन बघणार आणि मग घराचं काही गिफ्ट परत पाठवून देणार नाही. रिअल लाईफचे कम्पेअर करू नका, मी फक्त एक्झाम्पल सांगायला लागलोय, एक्झॅक्टली कम्पेअर करू नका. ठीक आहे, या केसमध्ये तो एरर देणार. कंपायलर सॉल्व्स इट इमिजिएट, इट विल गिव्ह एरर इमिजिएट. ओके, सो इफ यू आर पासिंग the value, you have to receive value. Number of passing values, number of receiving values must be same. Passing type and receiving type must be same. Now this is a simple program which is converted. This program is converted using function like this because logically part is same. Just check it. If you have any doubt, please ask me. Chat box वर तुम्ही विचारू शकता. I think there is no problem. Now, the values which we are passing here, these are called as the parameters. Actual parameters. From the calling program, the values which you are passing, those are called as the actual parameters, and in a function we call it as a formal parameters. The values which we are passing from a calling program, those are called as the actual parameters. Here we are just passing a value, pass by value. There are two types, pass by value and pass by reference. Pass by reference we will discuss at the time of pointer topic. Our last topic is pointer. At that time we will discuss what is called as a pass by reference. This is pass by value. Value of the actual parameter is given to the formal parameter. The passing calling program parameters are called as the actual parameters, and function parameters, they are called as the formal parameters. They only receive a value. Right now they are receiving only a value. Clear? Actual parameter comes into the calling program and formal parameters comes into the function. Clear? Now, here our function is present before main program. Now, if we are writing like this. Here we are writing the function after the main program. Here we are writing function after the main program. In such case, declaration of a function is important. Otherwise, it will generate it. Okay. Now, how we can declare function here? That is before integer y z. Sorry. Here. In main program, we have to declare before integer xw. You declare this function. Now, name of the function is calculation, which is not returning any value. Right now we don't have any idea regarding void. That we will be discussing tomorrow. So void, and this is receiving one value, so that we can mention like this. So the name of the function is calculation, which is not returning any value and which is receiving one integer value. So while calling the program, while calling the function from a program, we have to pass one value. If you don't pass the value, this will generate it. This is called as the declaration of your function. The name of the function, parameter it reads, receives, and returning value type. If it is not returning, mention the void. Here we are passing only single value, so we have to mention here into. If we write function after the main program. Any doubt in this? लवकर डाऊट नसेल तर नाही टाईप करा, असेल तर विचारा लगेच क्वेश्चन मला. Okay. Now, the variables which we declare into the main program and the variables which we declare into the function, those are called as the local variables. It might possible that, okay, we will take one example. I think now passing value topic is clear for you. The variables of main program and the variables of function, they don't have any relation with each other. Whenever you declare any variable, compiler keeps track of each and every variable. Now when we execute the program, your compiler directly starts with void main. Curly bracket integer a. So it will declare variable a for main. So I am writing it like this: a for variable main, and it assigns value 20 to this. Printf slash n, go to the next line. A is equal to, so a is equal to percentage d. Print value of, print one number. Which number? The number which is present in a. So now your compiler will check whether a is declared for a main. A is declared for a main. Its value is 20. So this will print 20. Cal. It goes to execute your function cal. Curly bracket integer a. Again variable is declared. Now this variable a is declared for function cal. Okay. Then a is equal to 28. It will check whether a is declared in, means it is in a cal. So a is declared within a cal. So it gives 28 value to this a now. This a is separate. This a is separate. Printf slash n. A is equal to percentage d. You want to print one number. Which number? The number which is present in a. Compiler will check whether a is declared within cal. A is declared within cal. Yes. What is its value? 28. So this will print 28. Then end of the function. It will come back to the calling program. Then will execute next statement. Printf slash n. A is equal to. So a is equal to print one number. Which number? The number which is present in a. Now this a is there in main program. So it will check the value of a in main program is 20. It makes this 20. Though in main program and a function we have declared a same variable a, your compiler will maintain two separate variables a. One is for main program and one is for your function. If you modify the value of variable from a function, it won't affect to your main program because both copies are maintained separately. Just check this. This is called as a local variable. A is local to the main program. This a is local to your function cal. Clear? Any problem? शुभमला समजलेला आहे, नेत्राला समजलं. ठीक आहे. ओके, ठीक आहे, सगळ्यांना समजलं. नाउ I will declare it like this. Integer a, and I am passing value of a. This declaration is removed because it is declared over here. Why I am declared here? Because we are passing one value. Now if we execute the program, integer a equal to 20, so it declares variable a in the main program. It assigns value 22. Printf slash n a is equal to, so it will give a is equal to percentage d, print one number, that is number a. It will check whether a is declared in main program. Yes, a is declared in main program. So this will print value 20. Then cal. It goes to execute cal with value of a. This value of a is given to this a. So it will maintain a separate variable a for cal. And this value of a main is given to this a. So a becomes 20. Curly bracket. A is equal to 28. So your compiler will check whether a is declared within cal. Yes, a is declared within cal. It assigns value 28 to the a. So it will cancel this. It gives value 28 to the a. Then printf a. This will print a is equal to 28. Then end of the function. It comes back to the calling program. Then printf slash n a is equal to print value of a. Now this statement is present in main program. So what is value of a in main program? 20. So this will print 20. In your function, in your function you are modifying value of a, but it won't affect your main program's variable a, because both copies are maintained separately. A for main program is maintained separately and A for function cal is maintained separately. So if you make any changes in a function cal, it will make changes to its local copy of A. It won't affect the value of your main program because both copies are maintained separately. Though we are passing the value, that's why this is called as the pass by value. There are two types, pass by value, pass by reference. Now whenever we are using pass by reference, if you make the changes into the function, it will automatically make the changes into the calling program. म्हणजे एखाद्या मेन प्रोग्राम मध्ये तुम्ही फंक्शन कॉल केलेला आहे आणि पास बाय रेफरन्स केला आणि फंक्शन मध्ये काय व्हॅल्यू चेंज केली तर मेन प्रोग्राम मध्ये पण व्हॅल्यू चेंज होते. की का चेंज होते ते फंक्शन का विचार चेक करू. आता काय होतं फक्त व्हॅल्यू पास होते आणि फंक्शन मध्ये जरी चेंजेस केला तरी मेन प्रोग्राम मध्ये व्हेरिएबलला चेंजेस होत नाही, कारण दोन कॉपीज सेपरेटली मेंटेन केल्या जातात. जरी नाव सेम असलं तरी दोन्ही कॉपीज सेपरेटली मेंटेन केल्या जातात. आता ते कशा मेंटेन केल्या जातात इंटरनली वगैरे ते आता विचार करायची गरज नाही. माझ्यामध्ये कंपायलर डिझाइन मध्ये तो टॉपिक तुम्हाला येईल. आय थिंक शिवाजी युनिव्हर्सिटीच्या टॉपिक मध्ये होतं ते कंपायलर कन्स्ट्रक्शन मध्ये. ते कंपायलर डिझाइन मध्ये पण असण्याची शक्यता आहे. हाऊ इट मेंटेन्स द व्हेरिएबल्स. That's why, though you change the value of a local variable whose name is same as your main program, it maintains two copies separately. If you make changes in the function, it won't affect to the calling program. That's why this is called as the call by value. This is a call by value. We are just passing a value and just we are receiving a value. This is called as actual parameter. This is called as the formal parameter. Here, this is also called as the local variables. We have one more concept that is called as the global variable, but that we will be discussing the after. This is clear. हे व्हायलाच पाहिजे क्लिअर, कारण हे लाईफ टाइम लागणार आहे. हे जे कन्सेप्ट आहेत फंक्शनचे कन्सेप्ट जे आहेत, आता जर का तुम्ही प्रोग्रामिंग चूज करणार असाल तर हे आपल्याला लाईफ टाइम लागणार आहे. लक्षात घ्या, म्हणजे जेव्हा तुम्ही रिटायरमेंट घेणार आहात त्याला हा कन्सेप्ट निघून जाणार आहे, तर तोपर्यंत लाईफ टाइम लागणार. त्यामुळे फंक्शनचा प्रत्येक कन्सेप्ट लक्षात येणं कंपल्सरी गरजेचं आहे. म्हणून मी प्रोग्राम सिंपल घेतो. हे प्रोग्राम मी त्यासाठी सिंपल घेते का तर तुम्हाला कन्सेप्ट कळावेत यासाठी. क्लियर? एनी डाऊट? Now, ऑलरेडी आपण हा प्रोग्राम केलेला आहे. x raised to n divided by n factorial. Write a program to read value of x and n, calculate and print x raised to n divided by n factorial. This p gives you x raised to n, f gives you n factorial. R equal to 1, r is less than equal to n, r plus plus. Okay. Now I want to repeat. I want to convert this using function, because this part is separate, this part is separate. First read the values and then calculation. I want to put this part into the function. करायची गरज काय वगैरे ते विसरून जावा, आपल्याला कन्सेप्ट शिकायचे आहे. So in main program, what we have to do is printf. मैं तो सभी स्टेटमेंट लिखता ही printf and then scanf. Then suppose function name is given as a max, and then printf slash and main. Function name I want to give as a maximum. Now while writing function, void max, and then for p equal to 1, answer printf curly bracket. This whole part I am putting over here, and then hatch and now x and n, value of x and n is taken into the main program, and that we want to access into the function max. The function name called as a max. So the value of x and n, इकडे लक्ष द्या, ज्यांचं लक्ष नसेल त्यांनी तिकडे बघू नका, इकडे लक्ष द्या. So our main program, in the main program we are writing value of x and n, and this value of x and n we want into the function. Variables of main program and the variables of function, they don't have any relation with each other. Of the calling program and the function, they don't have any relation with each other. Just we are calling the function. Okay. So value of x and n, which is there in main program, this value we want into the function. Calling program variables value, if you want into the function, then we have to pass the value. To pass the value, we pass it as x comma n. In previous program, we have written a single value because we want to pass a single value. That is first time x, second time w. Now we want to pass two values, value of x and value of n. So this indicates go to execute function max with value of x and n. Now we are passing two values, so we have to receive two values. So we can receive the same variable, no problem. आपण मागाशी बघितलेलं आहे, a जरी पास कराने a जरी रिसीव करायचं चालतं. In fact, generally in real life programming, variables सेमच असतात, लक्षात ठेवायसाठी इझी व्हावं यासाठी. But they are maintained separate. जसं मागाशी a for main program आणि a for cal separate maintain केलं होतं त्या प्रकारे. So value of x is given to x, value of n is given to n. ज्याची व्हॅल्यू पास करता आणि ज्याच्यामध्ये रिसीव करता या दोन्हींचा डेटा टाइप सेम पाहिजे. The variable whose value you are passing and the variable in which you are receiving the value, data type of both must be same. X and n is integer, so we have to declare it like this. Each and every variable, or you can say a parameter, formal parameter, each and every formal parameter we have to declare separately compulsory. These are actual parameters, these are formal parameters. Number of actual parameters and number of formal parameters must be same in C programming, otherwise it will generate error. In C++ they can be different, but there comes a concept as a default parameter or function overloading. But up to C programming, basic Fortran, Pascal, COBOL, C programming, if you check this programming, number of actual parameters and number of formal parameters must be same. The first is. Second is type of actual parameter and type of formal parameter must be same. And third is we have to declare each and every formal parameter separately. We cannot give. Here we can give while declaring we can declare separately, means combinedly, integer x comma y comma and everything. But when it comes to the parameter must be declared separately. We cannot use it like this. Not allowed at all. So we have to declare each and every formal parameter separately with its data type, like this. So here we are passing two values, we are receiving two values. Check this. This program is converted using function. पट सांगा कळालं का? कळालं नाही कळालं का बाळांनो? ठीक आहे. Now we will check if this function is written after the main program. How to declare it? Function is not returning any value, so it void max, and it is taking two values. First is integer, again second is integer, and then rest part as is. This is called the declaration of a function. Void max integer comma integer. Now suppose if you are passing first value is integer and second value is a float, you have to write integer comma float. And while receiving also you have to write here float. If in case if it is like this. Okay. So type must be mentioned. This is called the declaration. Or you can say prototype declaration of a function. Clear? So today we will stop here. Today we have learned how to pass values to the function. Tomorrow we will check how to return value from a function. I think this topic is perfectly clear. Passing value, passing single value, passing multiple values. There won't be any doubt in passing values. Each and every function topic is important. There are concepts, simple three concepts: passing value, returning value, passing and returning value. And all three types must be perfect. Because in real life, most of the time, we will write a program using function only. And those functions we will call only to the main program to make main program simpler to understand and with minimum number of lines. I think passing value is clear. This is called as pass by value. Pass by reference topic is there that we will be discussing at the demo point. Thank you very much.